What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Christian, Pittsburgh Sports Talk Radio, Pittsburgh Zone. Bowie TV live coming to Bowie State University. You can check all the interviews out from today on Comcast Channel 77. Verizon Channel 11. It's going down. We got the assistant coaches today. So we got the ones who's really putting the splash behind the scenes. So you can, from the left, introduce yourself.
I'm Coach Carmen.
I'm Coach Sammy.
I'm Coach Morgan.
So the funny thing, I was starting with Coach Morgan, right? Because I came when they had the commitment day, and Coach Morgan told the students, "Don't call me Coach Powell, because I ain't gonna answer." Why is that?
Because we have Coach Powell as a head coach, and then Coach Carmen's last name is also Powell. So don't call me that. I'm Morgan.
If you can talk about just the experience of being able to give back to the young ladies and to them as coaches and help further their collegiate softball career. So, Morgan, you go first.
For me, it's about being the person that I needed at their age, and just understanding that there were sometimes that I needed somebody. Sometimes I needed a friend just for that understanding. Sometimes I needed somebody just to laugh at my jokes. So just being able to give that to them without softball, being able to have somebody they can call in the middle of the night just if they need to talk, just being that. So it more per se for me, it's more about the off the field stuff than it is on the field. On the field is great, but the off the field stuff is definitely what definitely keeps me going every day.
Yeah, just to echo that, I think definitely trying to be the coach that I wish I had when I was, at their age and trying to, pinpoint different things that they need. And I think too, just giving them another perspective from the coaching side as far as hitting goes. Like sometimes you just need someone else to be like, hey, have you thought about trying it this way, or have you tried about trying something else? And so being able to give them that perspective and kind of take a step back and take a look at what they need to work on, that's something that I just love to do.
On the softball side, I love being able to help them improve their softball IQ, just getting smarter. And on the other side, as a Bowie alum, I love helping them learn how to navigate through college as well as after college.
Okay. And, if you can, talk about your experience and your thoughts just in regards to HBCUs.
Oh, we love them. HBCU all day. As I said, I am an alumna of Bowie State University. And I think, one, HBCUs are amazing just because of what we produce. And then with softball, there's so much good softball happening that a lot of people don't see.
Absolutely.
For me, it's just being able to have that experience because I didn't have the HBCU experience in school. So it's just being able to see it, to be able to buy into the culture, and understand it and love it. It's something that nobody can duplicate. You can't explain it until you're here in it, and once you get here in it, it's love. Everybody's so welcoming, everybody's understanding, and everybody's here to help. So coming to the HBCU, that's definitely it's HBCU for me.
When you talk about coaching, right? You talk about abundance of different personalities and characteristics that you have to be able to correlate into one common goal, right? And that's gelling on the field and being on the same page. Talk about the challenges that brings from a coach's perspective.
Yeah, when you have so many different kinds of personalities on the field, I think the biggest thing that we try to preach is that you're trying to do it for the person next to you and making sure that we're playing for a bigger purpose, right? The individual goals are things that you should definitely have, but really what we're doing is to represent the university, to represent Bowie State, and what it means to be a Bulldog, and what it means to play for an HBCU. So trying to make sure that we pull from everyone's strengths and then understand that we need to be one undivided front to make sure that we're successful.
Just to piggyback off what Coach Sandy said, it's the same thing. We literally say all the time, we're playing for what's on the front of your jersey. That's what matters. That's what people see. You're representing what's on the back, your name. But at the end of the day, they're definitely going to remember that you're Bowie State, you're the HBCU in Maryland. And we're the first HBCU in Maryland. So that holds weight as well. So once we get together and we realize that we're all working for one thing, it comes out for the greater good. And we're just working for that same thing this year.
To add to that, one band, one song. If we all focus on one thing, then the distractions and the differences kind of.
When talk about last year's championship run, right? And kudos to you ladies for the job well done. Because before we talk about last year, I mean, remiss if I didn't bring up the year before. When y'all got hustled, right? And you talk about the challenges that it brought, forcing you guys to play that back-to-back game like that after you had went through a grueling game already. And then for you ladies last year to come out and capitalize on that. Talk about that feeling.
I have a love-hate relationship with that back-to-back game because it can be motivating. It's motivating. And so being able to do that to do what we did last year was an amazing thing because we did get the best of both worlds. We got to understand that fight was motivating us in case we had to lose it. And then we didn't have to.
For me, it was that first year. It was actually humbling. It was really one of those things where we came in and we felt like we could do it. We had 2 years before we had fought. We had gone through different things, gone through different adversities, and to be in the championship game that first year, it was something that this is where we belong. To come away not with the ring, it kind of put a fire. We came back last year and everybody we didn't like the feeling. Excuse me, from the players to the coaches, we didn't like the feeling. So to get here and to lock in and for everybody to know this is where we're going for, and then to move into the year, go through the season, we took a loss that it hurt. I can't tell you that the conference loss that we took didn't hurt, but it definitely brought something out of us that it brought a fight to understand that we can't take anything lightly. And for our athletes just to understand that this is what it is. And I think for us, that literally helped us in the championship game. When we had to go play that second game, I remember Coach Powell stepped away, and between games, it was just us assistants. And the speech was, just like we said earlier, fight who been fighting for you. You got to fight with who been fighting for you. And we've been doing this a long time. We've been here before. And let's just go out and show who we are. And that's literally how we were able to propel and come out with the W in that second game. Like Coach Morgan said, playing another championship game 35 minutes after the first one is not for the weak. It's not easy. It's not easy on us coaches. It's not. Because it's literally going back to the drawing board to play the same person you just played in a game that matters, in a winner take all. So in that, just being able to have that fight, I think the year before gave us a fight that we needed. To literally go and say, all right, we know how this feels. We're not doing this again.
Right.
So I think the ladies took on to that too.
We talk about Coach Powell. A lot of the ladies talked about the importance about him and why it drove them to Bowie State. The freshman, it was his making them feel wanted, making them feel that they were valued. Talk about Coach Powell and his leadership.
Yeah, so actually last week was Coach Powell's birthday, and the first thing that I said other than happy birthday was thank you for being an inspiring leader. And I think that that's exactly who Coach Powell is someone who you can look up to as a leader, who can for one thing make you feel like your family, but because you're family, he can also have that honest conversation of what's expected of you and make sure like, hey, this isn't going to cut it. You need to make sure that you're meeting our expectations. And I think that is a true testament of like how confident we can be in his decisions and how strong of a leader he is.
I think that is Coach Sammy hit it on the nose. I can say for me, I'm probably the one that's out recruiting with him the most. And Coach Powell just has this thing where everybody loves Coach Powell. Every time we get on the road, it's people that I've never even seen before that I don't even know he's crossed paths with. Why you don't have on yellow shoes? Wait. That's not my swag. And don't say yellow shoes around him because he gonna tell you they gold. So that's kind of his thing, and that's definitely what it is. And just being able to love. Coach Powell is one of those coaches that literally loves his players like he loves his daughters. And sometimes it's like, you let them get away with that? Oh, okay. But he gives everybody graces. Everybody has those same graces. And he gives us as assistant coaches those graces as well. Because everybody's not perfect, but he definitely sees our strengths. And each one of us have different strengths. So he works with our strengths, and we use those to be successful. So I feel like that's definitely what he does with our players as well. Is find everybody's strengths, and he's going to use your strengths and work on your weaknesses.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Coach Farmer can keep it for me.
Ah,
Coach Brown, that's my dog. Clearly. But I definitely think it takes a specific type of head coach to make that. I think that's a huge thing. As Coach Carter said, treats everybody like his boys. And it's a great thing. And then sometimes, it's like all right, they gotta run. I gotta get him there. But it's just he's a cool guy.
so we talk about Bowie Bold and Bowie Strong, right? If you can, in one word, sum up what Gary's leading to you, Bowie Bold, Bowie Strong. No.
Bowie Bold definitely means for me bold enough to be different, and strong enough to stand in it. So here at Bowie State, that's definitely what it gives for me. Bold enough to say I'm gonna be the change. Bold enough to say this is what I'm gonna do and this is what we're gonna do, and then strong enough to stand on it and execute.
Yeah, wow, hard to follow that up. When I think of Bowie Bold, Bowie Strong, I think about that pride that you have. Like when you wear the Bowie State logo and you say like Bowie State, it's an HBCU, it's the first HBCU in Maryland. Like that pride that you have when you wear that logo, that's really the biggest thing I think I take away from it. It's just how much pride I have.
And to add, I think doing new things that have never been done before, or at least haven't been done. Like winning the CIAA championship. But even after that, just being prepared to do those amazing things.
Listen, y'all heard it here first. CIAA champs. They can't deny. They can't keep. Cause I feel there's a bias against this when it comes to the CIAA. But I'm gonna hold that to my left pocket. I'm gonna hold that one to my left pocket. I feel it'd be a little shade sometimes.
It'd be a little shade, but I like it. Coach always say, "Rabbit got the gun now."
Yep. Hey. So look, y'all heard it here, man, with the assistant coaches, Bowie State University, the softball team. Your boy Pitts from Pittsburgh Sports Talk Radio, Pittsburgh Zone, Bowie TV. Catch y'all later.
See ya.
Hey, I ain't never